Hello everybody and welcome to Breakfast with Jeff. This is an episode called Road Construction. I want to say, I got to admit, I give a little credit to YouTube allowing me to do more than 15 minutes. I don't think I could talk 15 minutes. I try, but it's too hard. We're going to talk in the show a lot about some stuff. I'm talking about, I want to explain, because a lot of people might think, okay, you're really harsh. Can I handle this, blah, blah. One of the things I do in my shows is I do curse a lot, I do swear a lot. The words, everything I say is opinionated. I don't want people to think, okay, he's really hot, so he's going crazy. I don't know what his problem is. If you watch my videos, you'll understand what's the whole point of what I'm trying to do here, okay? I don't like, everything I talk about in my shows is stuff I believe in and I'm disappointed in, angered about. And one of the things on today's show, I'm going to get right into the show, that I'm really mad about is road construction. Everywhere you go, there's road construction. Down here, a block from us, there's road construction. They have to tear up the entire road to put in water lines. So I understand water's been getting bad around here, but doing the entire street in one shot, making people have to give up what they're doing. You know, like a guy can't get a haircut in the place. The guy can't do his laundry in this place without getting a flat tire. And the thing is, it's the same shit everywhere you go. You get these people sitting around doing absolutely nothing. They're flapping their gums. And if they actually are doing something, they're sitting inside a machine. They're not doing no work. The machine is. So the city's giving them vehicles, giving them machines to use, and they think that the people should pay them for that. I don't think so. See, road construction is a nice thing. I'm not going to say it's bad or bad. Road construction is nice if you got a road that's bad and you're trying to fix it. I understand that. Road construction is good if you see a driveway's busted up and they fix it. That's understandable as well. But when you take an entire road and you rip it apart because somebody can't handle driving through a small town, then you need to get the fuck over. Maybe you shouldn't be driving around that. Maybe you should have somebody drive for you. Because that's the way life is. Life is like that, folks. Life is like that. That's the way things work. You get up, you go to work, you do your job. There's a lot of things in this life. There's a list of things that people do not like. People don't like going to work. People don't like anything. If you think you're going to live in a perfect world, if there's a world of no problems with your health, if there's the world of no people dying, if there's a world of no sicknesses, there's a world of no diseases, if there's a world of no anything, then guess what? You better find that world and tell everybody about it, because that's the world we people want to live in. You just got to get over it. So that's the way that is. Now, I don't care if people like what I do. I don't care if you agree with me or disagree with me. It's your opinion. What I tell my viewers is, you have a right to your opinion. You've got the free right to send me a comment saying, oh, you're weird, you're hostile, you don't like the things, and you're right. I don't do these videos because I'm trying to upset anybody. I'm not doing these videos. I do these videos because I enjoy doing something that people can watch. I know I don't got a lot of huge, big, funny, laughable stuff, but I always try to work very hard. I started this whole show thing, from basically things that go on around places. And, going through all these turns and nicks and turns and busting up roads because people gotta cry because they gotta go through a small town. And you want to know the type of people that do that, folks? The type of people that cry that they gotta go through a small town? Rich bitches. Who are those people? They're people who spend $8,000 on a ticket to fly down to Mexico or Cancun. Cancun is Mexico. You know what I mean? Okay, California, Arizona. Tickets to fly are expensive as hell. You don't sit there. I see people go out and spend $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $800, even $1,000 to fly. Why don't you just drive? Why don't you just jump in a car and look at to see what this whole, well, if you think this United States of America is so fucking beautiful, then maybe you should get in a car, start that little bitch up, and drive down the road and look and see what America's like. Instead of, you know why you jump in your little airplane, put on your little headphones? Because you don't like America. You don't like to see America. You want to fly, close your little eyes, and wake up, and there you are. Well, unlike you, I like to jump on my roads, the ones that are not busted up and torn apart because some bitch got to cry because he's got a goddamn drive through a fucking redneck town. But the point of the matter is, at least I can go and I can see museums, and I can see statues and things that are about the town, and learn about what this world has to offer. Instead of sitting in an $8,000, $9,000 airplane with my little headphones on and going like this, and waking my ass up and I'm already there. I mean, what the fuck did you do? You know, what was the whole point of what you did? Why did you spend that much money to sit? To sit. If I'm going to sit, I might as well sit in the comfort of my own car and drive and see the sights and look at people that are having the same amount of fun as me. That's because you're rich bitches and you think you don't need to do better than that to drive in your big fancy cars. And that's what you don't seem to understand. The whole point of this road construction episode is to let people know that I don't like road construction. I don't like people making $80 an hour sitting there twiddling their thumbs. I don't like that. I don't like people with fucking signs that tell me to stop. I don't want to fucking stop, you dumb bitch. What does that mean? Put the gas on, go faster? Okay. You don't think that people don't have other important things to do than have to sit there in the middle of a fucking road because you bitches can't fucking handle going through a small town? Seriously? Get over it. It's not the end of the free fucking world that you have to go through a little town. And Jesus Christ, if they're small enough, they don't really fucking matter. Whatever. Whatever. You know, rich bitches, whatever. You do what you gotta do. You do what you gotta do, folks. I don't know. You know, it's funny, I scrapped my old video. I was doing some, I'll tell you the truth on this. I was scrapping my old video because I was very excited I was able to do a 15-minute show, but I'm afraid, I'm hoping that if I do another show, now I want to warn everybody, my viewers, because I screwed this up twice, 3 times. I want to explain why it's been taking me a little longer to get the videos on here. I've been doing, YouTube, this is exclusive Breakfast with Jeff. This is a YouTube edition, and I'm very excited I'm able to do longer than 15-minute videos, so I'm excited about that. And I'm scrapping some of this. I use the program, and this is another thing, full plug for FreeMake Video Converter. One of the features they have is you can actually upload videos right to your YouTube account. And I noticed that some of them, if they're not long enough, they pop them into parts. And I'm hoping that I don't have to pop them into parts. Hopefully they'll just put them all in there. It should be great. And I want to take this time to tell you about FreeMake. I want to tell you, if you've never used the product, it's 100% free. It's got a video joiner. It converts your videos. It converts DVDs. It converts to Xbox. It converts to Sony PlayStation, BlackBerry, Nokia, all those. So if you just happen to if you want to check it out, go to www.freemake.com. Click on Video Converter, and that's pretty much it. Just download it to your computer, and there you go. Another thing I want to point out is, you notice I'm wearing a brand new Mountain Dew shirt. I don't know if you've seen it. You really can't see it. But the Mountain Dew shirt, of course, is a sponsor. I always push the sponsorship of Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is the official soft drink of my shows. I'd say about 90% of the time you see me drinking a Mountain Dew. Everything that I use, every product that I talk on my show is stuff that I drink. I would not drink anything. I would not ever push a product as something I would not believe in. So that's just to let that know. The reason why I'm getting all this stuff on, I just want to let you know about it. I want to, another thing I also wanted to explain to my viewers as well I know some people say, well, you're a talk show and you're only on once in a while. What happens is, folks, just to let you know, is my show is basically goes by the news. Everything that goes on around the world, I pretty much make a show about it. And I tell you about basically my feelings, and maybe it's a good way for you guys to kind of fuse out and talk about what you feel and how you feel about it, and maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree, whatever. And that's what the whole video show is about. And what I usually do is I like to record the shows the day before and then have them posted to the account, posted to on this online on the air at at a certain time. Okay, according to my thing is going crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break. We're gonna talk some more. This is called Breakfast with Jeff. This is called road construction. We'll be right back after this. Welcome everybody back to Breakfast with Jeff. This is called road construction. This is actually what we consider a YouTube edition. We're going to be doing YouTube. Don't forget, all the people that have Facebook, MySpace, Google Plus, you will get these episodes. If you happen to miss something, but if you don't see an episode that you want to see, send me a little line, let me know, and I'll make sure you get that episode. If I'm not on there, send me an ad request and I'll sign up. We're talking about road construction. One of the things that really upsets me is all the roads that are all busted up, and it really upsets me because, truthfully, I don't like it. I don't like people standing around getting paid $80, $90 an hour and ain't doing nothing. And they think they're working because they're sitting inside a bulldozer, or they're sitting inside a backhoe, and they think that that's working. That's not working. That's just taking what people give you and using it. That's like me saying, gee, I'm going to go do this job. I know it's 100% easy. They're giving me all the products, and it takes 30 seconds to put the thing in. But I'm not going to tell him that because I want him to pay me, $80 an hour. I guess one of my things that really gets me, folks, is I don't like people that do shit and they know damn well it's easy. These people here, do you think they should be paid $80, $90 an hour for standing around or working or using a machine that the people gave to them to use? That's, one thing I can say, I don't like people like that. I don't like people that use people and honestly do that. I can't sit here and go to somebody. That's like me going to my girlfriend's, Sam is my girlfriend, obviously, her name is Samantha. But that's like me going to her father and saying, gee, I'm going to hook up this thing to your, TV. It takes 30 seconds. Any person can do it. It's not hard. But I'm going to charge you $10, $15 when the product is only $5. I mean, why would I do that? Why would you rip somebody off? Because you know why? We live in a crooked country, folks. That's why. Everybody rips everybody off, and that's the way it is. The city rips people off by telling people they need to do this and they need to do that. And they sit there and milk it as long as they can because they keep getting more and more money. Gee, I didn't get enough money, so I'll milk it for another 3-4 days. That's the whole point. And the road construction thing is that some people might agree with it, some people might not. But the people that don't like this whole thing of going out and making money and doing stuff, that's their problem. That's their problem. I don't like road construction, period. I don't like it. I don't like people standing around making money off of somebody else. And they think they're doing good. And the pencil pushers, they're the ones that are crying that they need this because they can't take the time to do stuff. Which I don't agree with. And I can sit here and I can rant on and on and on about stuff, but I don't want my viewers to think, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about this over and over and over again. I mean, you understand how I feel. I don't like it. But I think the point that I'm trying to make is when I drive and go somewhere, and I don't like to see a road ripped apart. Okay, fine, the road's ripped apart, but then you look to the side and you see these people, drilling holes, and you see people pounding stuff down inside something. That's working. You're working on getting that done. You're not standing there. When I drove by today, there's 3, 4, 5 people standing in a little big bunch doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then when you actually see one person that actually looks like he's doing something, he's inside a machine. The machine's doing the work. He's just running it. So he ain't really doing anything either. So all these people are sitting there doing absolutely nothing, and you're the one who's got to suffer. You're the one who's got to sit for 20, 30 minutes. You're the one, and you think, and anybody who thinks that these people that drive, the opposite people that drive on the road when you're driving, if you think they're all Mr. Considerate, they're just going to sit there and say, okay, it's okay, I'll just sit here. No, they're not going to take that donkey bullshit either. They're going to go out and do something too. They don't want to deal with it. Somebody's going to pull out in front of you. Somebody's going to ram in the smack of you because some dipshit can't fucking fix the road. They got the whole entire fucking thing tore apart because bitches can't handle driving through a small town. So you think you got what you want, you didn't. You got the privilege of dealing with bullshit. You have to you got the privilege of dealing with crap. So you know what, to all you people, I think you're out of your fucking mind. And yes, kiddies, I'm sorry, I swore, but it's the way it is. And if you don't understand, and let me explain something else. I'm not trying to offend my viewers, but my viewers is on this. You know, people say, well, you shouldn't swear, but you know what? Blame America for that. Blame America. Look around you. There's violence everywhere. Maybe you should explain to your kids what happens when you hear about people shot inside a movie theater. Maybe you should explain to your kids about people in a college shooting people, or maybe even going to a church, you get shot. Maybe you should explain to them about that. How would you explain to them? Oh, son, people got shot, but it's okay. We live in a nice world. Face the facts. The reason why people are the hostile, the reason why people say what they say, is because this is the world we live in. So if people say, well, you got to deal with that, and you're right. And here's my thought. If I have to sit down in a car and I have to drive 20 miles an hour, and someone's driving ahead of me 15 miles an hour, and I got to see people smashing up the road, tearing things apart, if I have to deal with all that, then I got to deal with the way things are in this world. And the way this world, we live in a violent world. We don't live in a world where you eat pixie sticks and pop up daisies, play with daisies. You don't. You don't put flowers in your little girl's hair. You end up covering her up to make sure she don't get hit by shrapnel from a gunshot, from shrapnel from a bullet. That's what your world is right now. You've got a world of prejudice. You got a word of violence, and that's what the word we live in. And the reason why the words F you and fucking shit, all those words come out, is because this world is violent. It's violent. Just like the roads are ripped apart, that's violence. When people run into other people because they can't drive because the road's ripped apart, that's violence. Somebody cuts you off because they're trying to get ahead of you because the road's ripped apart, that's violence. Road construction should be called violence because that's what it brings out. It brings out people driving 15 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour. That's violence. So this is what we call road construction. I can go on and on and on about it, folks, and I will. So if you ask the question, Joe, Mr. Siegel, why do you swear? Why do you curse? Why do you yell? Why do you get mad at people? Why? Why do you do this? You're on a program, you know. There could be kids that want to watch this. Well, first off, number one, I think about is kids won't always be kids. They're going to grow up. They're going to grow up and they're going to want to learn about life. And life's going to come up and bite them in the ass. And either you're going to teach them right away or you're going to sit there and play tiddlywinks for 20 years. They ain't always going to be kids. They're going to have to learn right away, quick, fast, and in a hurry. This world ain't going to let them play around picking up pixie sticks. I know you want them to, but this world won't let them. When you got a world of fucking people shooting people, you got a violent world. And you got a world where you turn around and you got to look over your shoulder to wonder what's going on. You know, that's called a violent world. When you drive down the road and you got to go through road construction and people cut you off, that's violence. That's called an evil, violent world. And what you need to realize is If you live in a violent world, that means you gotta be violent yourself. You can't sit there and keep kissing ass and thinking it's okay. Because it don't work that way. Because if you don't be violent, they will. They don't care if you got a little girl, a little boy, an infant baby. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit if you got 8 kids sitting in the back seat of your car. They will cut you off. Period. And the reason why is that's the world we live in. Either you deal with it or you walk away. And that's the world we live in, folks, and that's the way it is. And either you're going to do 2 things. You're going to grow some balls and realize that you got to be who you got to be. You can't be Sister Mary Sunshine. When you got road construction, you got people cutting you off, stopping and going, your anger goes to here. There's no such thing as, oh, it's okay. It isn't okay. It isn't okay. What are you going to tell your kids if somebody goes and ends up in the ditch, flips their car over, what are you going to say? It's okay, kids. He's okay. Yeah, sure. The ambulance are coming over. They got to get the jaws of life to pull him out of the car, but yet he's okay. Do me a favor, folks. Don't sit there and tell your kid, act like your kids think that everything you see in this world is okay. What does this have to do with road construction? It has to do with this. Everybody that drives on a road with this road construction, they don't sit there and deal with that shit. Somebody's going to cut somebody off. Somebody's going to drive real slow. Somebody's going to stop in the middle of the road because that's what's going to happen. And it's going to create violence because nobody wants to deal with this shit. And you can sit there and tell your kids, oh, they shouldn't talk like that. Well, sorry, but that's the world we live in. We live in a world of fucking people shooting people. We live in a world of fucking rapists and murderers. We live in a world of all that shit. And as long as we have things like that, this is not your 1984, world where the biggest thing you worried about was if your shoes are tied or not. Now you live in a world where you've got crazy people shooting people. You got to live in a world where every time you turn around and go down the road, there's always some dumb fuck standing there picking his ass for road construction, and you get cut off by some old lady because she couldn't wait. She couldn't wait for you to go. She had to go, and then she drives 10 miles an hour, and you got to sit there driving right behind her. You can't move because what happens if her car breaks down or something happens? You don't know. That's the whole point. That's the whole point, everybody. And I don't understand it, and I don't get it. But that's how it is. That's how it is. Now, I can get into more about this, but I'm just going to get my final thought here, because we've been going for a while. And this is a sample. This is, and I don't want to drag into this. I don't want my viewers to think, well, he raves on about the same job over. I'm not going to do that. I think what happens is when I get upset, I like to repeat myself. And the point of the matter is I don't like this shit. I don't like people telling me, oh, you're too violent. You're violent. I don't understand why you swear and do all this. Because the thing is, everything up here is violent. When you drive through a road construction, there's an old lady who drives and pulls out in front of you and cuts you off. And then she drives like this, and she drives really, really slow, and you're sitting there. So you try to pass her, and then she speeds up. So now you sit there, and you drive again. Then all of a sudden she slows down, and then you fucking get ready to pass, and she speeds up again. And you get pissed off, and you get angry, and you just want to fucking slap the shit out of somebody. And all because of this fucking goddamn road construction, because they couldn't fucking just deal with it. They couldn't handle having to go through a small town. It just fucking kill them. Like, what difference does a goddamn make? You still got to put on the gas pedal, and you still got to push and go another 10 miles. I don't know what your fucking problem is. That's where the anger comes from. And listen, this is to all your little kiddies out there, okay? All for the little kids, parents, this is what you tell your kids. We live in a violent world. We have people that are shooting people. We got people that stab people. We got people that go out and murder people. We got people that rape people. That's the world we live in, and you have two choices. Choice one, you live the way they want you to live. Or two, you're blind. Because as long as we live in a world like this, you better be prepared for what this world is like. You can't sit there and act like everything's peaches and cream, because it ain't peaches and cream. That's as far as that goes. I'm not going to get too far into the whole thing. The whole point of the matter is, that's my opinion. If you like it, great. If not, whatever. I will get to the final word now. Final word is this. Yeah, as you know, I've told you many times, I don't like road construction. I don't believe in it. I know I curse. I know I swear. I just talk the way I feel. This is what my show is about. I be honest about how I feel. You know, I either agree with it or you don't, whatever. I don't care. To my friends, I'm very thankful for my friends. I got a lot of great people. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate that you pay attention and go through this stuff. I feel very obligated by that. I know I've got a lot of great friends that watch stuff. Now I know when I do post it, it goes to Facebook, it will come to my main page. So just want to let you know, if you do see two postings of this show, one is an automatic post that the uploader does, and the second one is actually, the reason why it's posted is it goes to my blogger. But actually, I'm going to only, because of the situation, I also like to keep it on the web pages, because it's also a special place where I do my blogger as well. So if you want to check that out as well, you can check out the Jeff's Journal site and just click on the link, and it'll actually jeffsjournal.net, and you'll check out this blog, which will be called Road Construction, and pretty much like a cat in a hot tin roof. So that's what's going on there. Just want to get some announcements out before I finish up the show. Coming up this season, we're going to have a debut episode of what's called Picks. And Picks is my theories. I'm going to pick all the games for every Sunday game throughout the season. And I'm going to give you my takes on stuff. I'm going to tell you my thoughts, what I think about the teams, what I don't think about the teams. Explain to you why, if I don't dislike a team or not. And then you kind of get the idea of what's going on. And like I said, we can take the picks together. And maybe if you watch a show, you can give me your picks. Send a comment, tell me who you think you like, why, and all that. And that will debut in the next, give a couple weeks. We're going to wait until the preseason's over. And we're going to go right into the season. And I'll do my picks every single. The show will be every Sunday. So all you got to do is I will put, and also just to let everybody know, I will put a blog up promoting, letting you know when the new movie Picks, the new web show Picks will be coming out. So just check my Facebook, Google Plus. It will all be posted on there when the new episode of Picks will be coming out. Also, I will be doing some more Jeff's Journal stuff. I'll be doing some, of course, with to be whole new season, of course, of Breakfast with Jeff as well. That'll be coming up on, I think September 19th. I haven't picked a date yet. But like I said, it'll get me all set up for a brand new season of that. So all kinds of great things going up. So like I said, if you on a social network, you want me to add me to it, send me an invite. I'll add myself, and like I said, you can be filled in all the new episodes of the show as well. So that's kind of what as well. One more simple plug for all the sponsors. Well, I don't consider sponsors, but I consider sponsors. Of course, you know the Mountain Dew, the shirt, the Mountain Dew can, which you always see come up. Mountain Dew is the official soft drink of my shows. We make Video Converter. You want to check it out, go to www.freemake.com and click on Video Converter, and there you go. Download it to your computer. Give it a try. If you don't like it, like I said, you can take it off. But one thing I love about it, it's free and it does a great job. If you want to do something, you can. They do allow you to donate to the company to help them get better and bigger. And it's a great program, so I will say that. But I think that's about all I have to say basically about that, about the construction. You know how I feel. I did the plugs, of course, for the shows, so that's, you know, y'all know about that as well. So, just like I said, I'll keep you in tune for the new episodes of the new debut episode of Picks. So just check your, all you got to do is just go to your basic, whatever your social network you use is, and just try to check it out. And I'll keep you up informed as much as I can about that. And once I get that all in construction, all set up, we'll get that taken care of as well. So I think that's about it. I think I did exactly what I wanted to talk about. I just gotta say thank you to all my viewers. The viewers that I have, I appreciate every one of you. You guys are great. I appreciate everything you guys do. Everybody that watches my shows, appreciate it. Tell your friends, tell your relatives, tell whoever. I really like you to come in and join it. Remember, I'm brand new to YouTube now. You can check out YouTube. The name would be Mr. Sweetheart 911, and that's the name of the ID. Just simply add me to your, subscribe to me, and you'll keep up to date with all the newest shows that are coming out. Well, I'm gonna let this go. I gotta get going. I want to say thank you to all my viewers. Appreciate it, and I will see you next time for Breakfast with Jeff. And don't forget, stay coming soon. Very soon will be the new episode show Picks, P-I-C-K-S, and I'll be debuting in the next few weeks. So until then, everybody, have a very good day. I'll see you next time for Breakfast with Jeff. Until then, so long.